Okay, it's about time that I make a video again. I am not 100% sure about what I want to talk about today. I have been working a lot and expending a lot of energy, and but I've also been learning a lot too. So I guess I can talk about a couple of little things that have been more apparent in my life recently as I've been going about my life, coming back from, oh, it is going to be good, coming back from a spiritual awakening, going back into a working society type deal after having a spiritual awakening. So my whole deal started about 2 years ago now, almost, and it was in October, a little bit before October, maybe September of 2019, and that's when I really started, it was throughout the months between September and February of 2019 to 2020 that I had my spiritual awakening, and it kind of progressed in a weird way because it was very sudden and jarring for me, and it was something that was not particularly I guess what I had expected for a spiritual awakening. But I also did not expect to have a spiritual awakening because I didn't believe in spiritual awakenings before I had a spiritual awakening. I only believed in things that I really experienced. So anyways, I had the spiritual awakening. It was very, very hardcore, and it basically isolated me from everybody, and I basically just couldn't talk to people. I could barely even talk to my own best friend. I had the sudden realization that everyone is me, and it really kind of blew my mind. But it started I started having weird, I don't know, I was just not balanced. I was very, very imbalanced, and I didn't understand what it was to be imbalanced. I was very, very caught in society and what people teach society to be nowadays. And I just was not prepared for that. I had never watched anything about spirituality. I never really cared. My best friend at the time was, very, very into paganism and things like this. So he had told me about crystals, and he told me about other things like that, but I had never really taken it into consideration or understood what he was actually talking about. And I didn't understand the concept of reincarnation because I didn't believe in it. I didn't really study it at all, ever. So anyways, I'm going through the spiritual awakening, and basically it makes it where I isolate myself from everybody. And I really wasn't able to communicate with people again for another 6 months or so. And throughout that 6 months, I would say I wasn't able to really communicate with people well until 12 months to 14 months after my spiritual awakening. But 6 months after, I was able to go back into stores and stuff like that, and kind of reintegrate into society a little bit without having panic attacks and random feelings of I'm melting into everything, and just I don't know, it was very intense for me. But anyways, so what I'm saying is, though, that I had that spiritual awakening, and then now sorry, I almost got off track for a second. But nowadays it's been about 2 years almost. It's probably been 16 months or so, maybe 17, 18. But I'm not 100%, it changes. But throughout this time, it feels like time has both slowed down and sped up at the same time. Feels like my perception of time in the moment has slowed down, but my overall perception of time has vastly expanded, therefore speeding it up. So it's a weird kind of like paradoxical perception shift. Also, I feel as though I have, if you've ever heard of spiral dynamics, it's a kind of thing where it shows the way that societies kind of like evolve. That was loud. I'm gonna go this way. Anyways, spiral dynamics shows the way that societies evolve, and basically, it goes from, we'll start with purple, but it starts at beige, and it goes to purple and red and blue and orange and green and yellow and turquoise. And then I've seen a couple people say something about a coral. I've never heard anybody talk about it, but anyways, so give a really quick description of this. So red would be, purple was tribal societies, red would be militaristic dictatorship societies, and this is just a very, very general description of this. Blue would be fundamentalist Christianity coming in to start to give structure to societies without having dictatorship. And it also fluctuates from single to group mentality, and from masculine to feminine properties. So after blue is orange. Orange is back to a masculine type, and it's when it goes back to a single pointed focus on the self, and it's more kind of focused on like money and business, and it's mostly power oriented. Basically, it's not always money, but it's like whatever will give you power in society. And then after that is green, which it goes back to a full group society, which is more loving, hippie type, kind of see everything as loving and want to love everything and just be nature, kind of, you know, like that kind of stuff. Yellow is when you start to see the entire spiral as being one kind of like thing, and then you don't see things as being different grades on a spiral, but you also do see them as grades on the spiral at the same time. So you understand the whole of where everything plays in with itself, but at the same time you don't subscribe to one singular viewpoint on the world, I guess would be a good way to put it. Turquoise is basically the enlightened state, or the state of oneness, or the state of unity, consciousness, or the Godhead, basically. And there's a point that I'm getting to with this, but basically, so what am I trying to say about this? Anyways, so I've gone up this spiral, and I've witnessed myself go up the spiral throughout the past couple of years, right? And I started at a fat orange, and I've moved up now to a solid green with I'd say 50% yellow, 50% green with, okay, hold on. I'd say 60% yellow, 30% green. No. 38% green with 2% turquoise, kind of splashed in there. But that's now, and throughout this, I've watched myself evolve as these kinds of memories and all of this stuff of spiritual awakening has kind of come through, and how I've flooded myself with spiritual information, and kind of just tried to understand charisma and understanding everything that has to do with being able to live in this society again, and basically reprogramming myself to be a completely different person. And all of this has happened, and it feels as though I've lived in hundreds of years, even though I've lived only a couple of years. But at the same time, I know that I've only lived a couple of years, but it's very weird. My perception of time has changed a lot as I've remembered other lifetimes and things like that. But the whole thing was supposed to be about going back into the workforce. So going back into the workforce has been really interesting, because now I don't get mentally fazed by really much of anything. So I don't get aggravated or upset about, stuff about really much of anything anymore, unless there's something really, really serious. And I still don't really, there's times where I get aggravated. Like I bought this piece of Moldavite and I paid like, I don't know, $78 for it, and I wore it one day, and then I was taking it off before I was about to take a shower, and literally it fell down on a hardwood floor that was right below me, and there was nowhere else that it could have gone. And I literally looked down, and to this day I still have not found it. And it's been almost a week now, or more than a week probably. I don't know, it's been in that area or so, and I still have been looking every day and I have not found it. It's just literally disappeared. I don't know what's happened to it, and that really kind of aggravated me the other day. So that's like a confession, I guess. But like, other than stuff like that, and that I only had it for one day, dude. I literally wore it, went to sleep, woke up, and then took a shower. And as I was about to get in the shower, it just disappeared. So that's like kind of, and I really was kind of in love with that piece of Moldavite too, in a way. I don't know. It's really interesting when you get attached to things, how they kind of just disappear from your reality in weird ways. But there's something for me to learn there too. It's not like I didn't learn from it. And obviously, like, there's obviously things for me to learn about everything in life. But anyways, so going back into the workforce has been actually very, very good, because I've really, I've been able to do everything that I was able to do, except now with a smile on my face, and it's a genuine smile. And literally for the entire time, no matter what happens, I don't care how much crap all these other people are saying that they're going through, literally I'm just observing all of this stuff, and I'm just kind of just doing my stuff. And literally like I'm noticing as I'm doing my work that I never go anywhere. Who I am and what I am is always here witnessing what I'm doing. I never go anywhere. So no matter what I'm doing, the thing that I am that's sitting and observing all of this is literally not doing anything. It's just sitting there and observing all of this stuff. So and it doesn't have negative emotions, and it doesn't sit in negativity. So I try to sit in that, and as I do, I observe everything, and I watch these people. For one, I watch their energy get drained throughout the day, and I just witness these people's energy drain, and I see that, I'd say, and I'll do a video on this very soon too, about energy drain and how mental activity and all this other stuff, how these different activities that you do link into energy drain, and how you can literally, how 95% of the population drains 90% of their energy through mental activity during the day that is unnecessary, and how they can actually regain all of that energy back for themselves if they just redirect their attention on the things that give them energy rather than things that take their energy. But you have to become aware of your thoughts and where the direction that they're going in order to be able to do that. So the reason why you're feeling really tired at the end of the day is probably because you're not keeping your energy as well as you could. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to feel tired if you work for 12 hours and you're lifting heavy stuff, all day. But at the same time, you're not going to feel nearly as tired as these other people. And it's all about diet as well. I'm lifting heavy stuff all day long, and I've been eating just about fruit and nuts all day, every day, until nighttime, and then I'll eat my dinner, and I've been eating fruit, nuts, kale, you know, broccoli, carrots, other things like that. And I honestly have been performing better than these other people, and for much longer periods of time on this diet of what normal people would say is deprived of protein, except I am taking spirulina, which is a really good source of protein, and I take a good bit of it, and I take lion's mane mushrooms, and I take maca powder, and I take a bunch of other supplements, you know, and all these different things work together to basically make it to where I can do a lot of stuff without getting tired. It's the only way to put it. But the physical, mental, all the energy is up very, very high at this point. And it's really interesting to watch. But anyways, going back into the workforce now has been so easy that it feels as though I'm just kind of like playing this role of these things that I need to do in order to really kind of alleviate this past karma that I have with these things, and to really kind of put myself in a situation where I can make right decisions now in order to be able to manifest the life that I really truly want, financially and just in general. But lately it's been financial things that I've been really worrying about, because that's been what has been on my mind and what I've been having to really in the moment kind of deal with. And it's been going well, honestly. It's going really, really well. And yeah, I've been really, really doing well. I've just, you know, I don't know, I really like, I could say all the excuses in the world for not making videos, but really I've just not felt like it. But I really have felt like it at the same time. Like every day I think to myself, I'm like, I should make a video today because I really want to. And I think of a topic and everything like that, but I literally just didn't come out here because, you know, some days I'll get up at 7:30 in the morning and I won't get off until 10 o'clock at night, and I'll get home and I'll go to sleep and I'll get up in the morning. It's just been a lot of stuff. I've just been working a lot, you know, so it's been just a lot of my time has been taken up with that. Yeah, I'm gonna make another video really quick, I think, because I've been really needing to, and I think that I really want to talk more about some stuff. So yeah, all right, talk to you guys later and see ya.